All right, so the project today is the rear knuckle spherical bushing. This car has never had it replaced. It is damaged and moving around quite a lot. So if you don't know what it is this right here. This bushing that sits behind this lower control arm. Don't mind the tape. I marked the camber beforehand so that when I take it off I can put it exactly where it needs to be, but I'm gonna have to get alignment anyways since I removed this. This has a lot of movement around. The new spherical bushing from Figs Engineering is actually going to be this piece right here, so it will not move at all. It's a very solid, well-made piece. Anything I get for this car is always going to be Figs. They're just quality parts at all times. The way I'm going to be doing this project is this pulley kit, or it's more like a this right here, and you can get this on Amazon. So basically just put this through the bushing, put a piece to catch it, which is slightly bigger, and one that is slightly smaller, so that way it can fit through the knuckle itself without getting stuck. And what you do is you put this rod through, put one on the other side, put the smaller one on this side, and you tighten it up, and it will technically push it through. But yeah, so I am going to start with removing, well, I already removed this bolt, but I'm going to be removing the coilovers and then the sway bar, so that way I can drop this down and I don't have to remove the rest of the bar. So I'm going to start with that real quick. All right, so you do have to at least loosen this. I just hammered out the bolt. This is a 19 millimeter, this is a 12, and this right here is another 19. So you can leave all this hanging, leave this right here. Now we can set this up, and I will set it up and then I will show you how it actually gets pulled through. Well, you can see here it's actually very loose. It moves up. It was a little difficult to get on recording and doing it, but it is actually done. You can see the spherical bushing by Figs is actually in. One thing is, okay, so I used the puller method here. I'll set it up on the next one and I'll show you exactly what I mean, but you need an impact gun to get it off. Getting it on was a lot easier. I don't have two 19 mil wrenches, so I just use a 3/4 on the other one to hold this side right here, and then the other side I just used a regular 19 wrench to tighten it on and actually push it through. So I'll get the other side set up, and then so that way you guys can see exactly what it looks like. But at the end result, this is what it should be once it's actually together. If you can tell, watch, I'm gonna push it up. There's nothing, so no movement. So the symptom is, even though this side is up, watch, you hear that movement? That is that spherical bushing down here. I wonder if I can get it on. See it moving? The lower arm is not moving, but the knuckle is moving. So that is a good indicator that that lower spherical bushing is bad and needs to be replaced. Okay, with everything pulled off, you can just let the arm hang there. So this is the setup right here. I'm gonna get it a different angle. So basically this pushes it through. That other cup actually just allows it to have somewhere to go. So it's slightly bigger than that hole. So yeah, that's the basic setup. You hold that side over there with a wrench, and you hold this side right here with your torque wrench or your torque gun. In my case, I have this Milwaukee M12 stubby. 250 foot-pounds. It does the job. If I had a stand, I would actually show you what it looks like getting it out. But yeah, it's pretty easy. It just takes a little bit of time. But you want to make sure you line that up, make sure it's perfect, because when this when that socket goes through, you don't want it to get stuck, or even the bushing you're pushing out, you don't want it to get stuck on that cup. So make sure that cup is lined properly. And this socket right here is a 30 millimeter. If you, from anywhere like AutoZone, if you really wanted to, you should probably get like a 28 or something, just to give yourself a little bit more room, because after this pushes through, that 30 mil is pretty tight in there. It doesn't damage anything, there is movement, but it's a little bit tighter than I would like. But as soon as I get it out, I'll show you what it looks like. So let me get to that. One thing I forgot to mention is on this knuckle there is like a tapered side here, and the other side is actually flat. If you look at it, it's actually flat. So you want to be pushing the bushing in this way and also pushing it out that direction. So just a heads up for that. So this is the setup right here. You want to make sure this bearing is straight, and then you're going to tighten from this side, hold down the other side, use the cup again on this side, and make sure that the little sight viewer right there is right there, so that way you can line this up perfectly, because you want maybe about a 1/4 inch sticking out on both sides, because this is slightly longer than the knuckle itself. So put that up top. When you're pulling it through, just take a peek over it, so that way you can see how far you're going in. You don't want to push it too far, otherwise you're going to have to pull from the other way and try to straighten it out. But I'm going to get that done and I'll show you the end result. So this is the setup right here. Let me go over here. So you want to peek over, and then you can see it slowly starting to go in. If you have a ratcheting wrench, obviously it makes it a little bit easier. But you want to do this part by hand. You do not want to use an impact gun, only when removing it. It's almost towards the end there, I can see it peaking. So you want to slow it down a little bit. Take a look. That looks about even. So let's remove this. It's fairly a very easy job, so don't get discouraged if you're going to try it yourself. Just make sure you have the right tools and you'll be fine. And that's it. So take another look, make sure it's even on both sides. Looks really good. As soon as you do that, you can pop these in there. You just go like this. That's it. Both sides. Then you can bolt the lower control arm back up and we get it mounted. So I'll do that and then I will show you the rest of it. Job's done. I got everything tightened up. The alignment is basically close to where it was at. You can see I kind of etched this piece right here along with this. It's not going to be 100%. I actually have to get it realigned again due to that bad bushing, but after that it should be good. you found it informative, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll try to help you out. Or if you have any questions about the car, let me know. And yeah, thanks for watching.